Pause. Okay. So anyway, so I give the pages for all three books because I'm not sure what people have. Um, in the Sim Shalom, it's page 54. The Slim Shalom, it's 83, and Lev Shalem, it's 122. A number of these prayers, this not necessarily this one, will be in multiple places in our Siddur. When we do Aleinu, we know Aleinu is many times in our Siddur, but generally speaking, I'm use Shabbos morning, and I try to send the page numbers in advance so people will, have them available. But I obviously will also share it during our class. Okay. In the Lev Shalem, it looks a little different because it has the column next to it, Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemo, Baruch Hu. Most shuls, as far as I know, don't do that, so we won't do that. Let me see. 83. Okay. This is early, very early in the service. I went last week. I was in shul in Philadelphia, so I wasn't at my normal place. But the week before, I wanted to listen to it in our shul because I wanted to see whether they do the whole thing out loud, just to see what is done. Because I don't remember from week to week. And unfortunately, I was in the kitchen, so I was in the shul too late. So if you don't come at the very beginning of services, you might miss this, but it's an important prayer, so we're gonna do it. We have the history of I read the prayers first. I read whatever we're studying. I read first, so hopefully the way I read it is how it should be read, and just so everybody hears it. And then we have many volunteers read, so we get practice. Because as we all know, the only way we get better is to practice. And maybe we will make it to Carnegie Hall. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch Hu. Baruch oseh bereshit. Baruch omer v'oseh. Baruch gozer umkayem. Baruch merachem al ha'aretz. Baruch merachem al habriot. Baruch meshalem sachar tov l're'av. Baruch chai la'ad v'kayam lanetzach. Baruch hodeh umatzil. Baruch shemo. And then we have the next paragraph, but we're not going to do that yet. Okay. And we do sing this one usually, and we'll get to that. But first, I'd like to read. But if you would feel more comfortable singing, anybody that volunteers to do it, feel free. That you could do that too, whichever you feel more comfortable doing.
I don't know the melody. I don't know the melody. I heard it. I mean,
we will get to that.
Oh, good.
We'll get to that.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody feel inspired? Gloria, you're not muted. You're ready.
I'm ready. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch Hu. Baruch oseh bereshit. Baruch omer v'yoseh. Baruch gozer umakayem. Baruch merachem al haaretz. Baruch merachem al habriot. Baruch mishalem sachar tov lireav. Baruch chai la'ad v'kayam lanetzach. Baruch hodeh umatzil. Baruch shemo.
Great. Now, nobody be intimidated. You did great. Anybody? Yes, Arlene, you want to read?
All right. And if there's any words that you think are significant in this, Judy, point them out too, other than where Baruch is the whole time.
Right.
Praise.
Well, that's obviously the theme that we realize. Yes. Thank you. Yes. We've just for the people that haven't been in class. We do not do translation, but sometimes we do keywords or so we have an understanding of what we're talking about. Arlene.
Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch Hu. Baruch oseh bereshit. Baruch omer v'oseh. set.
No, stop. Yeah, thank you. Good.
Set.
Good.
Baruch gozer kayem. Baruch mirahim al haaretz. Baruch mirahim al haberiot.
Perfect.
Baruch mishalem sahar tov li re'av. Baruch hai la'ad v'kayam la nesa. Baruch podeh kiel.
No.
The umasil.
Good.
Baruch Shemo.
Good.
Of course, if I'm going to say this, it's going to need a lot more fluency.
But you read it all correctly, and not so haltingly, Arlene. Really, you know where you came from, and this you were not sounding out each word. So kol hakavod, give yourself credit. Okay, do I have anybody else that would like to volunteer? Cindy, you're not muted. I see you. Yes, question.
I have a question first too. In Lev Shalem,
Yes.
so you have the prayer on the right, but then there's a prayer on the
You
left.
have it in the light letters. I
Yes.
sort of tried to say that sort of before. You have that in the light letters, and I guess some people, when they do it, will do that, but I think most congregations will not. So and pay attention. I'm going to give you an assignment to all of the people that will hopefully be in shul tomorrow. And if you're in shul early enough to get to this prayer, to pay attention what you do in your shul. And if you're not there early enough, ask somebody that is. But I think generally speaking, we don't do that. That's why it's so light.
Okay, because some of the darker.
So
ones-
my suggestion is that we read it without it. First of all, we know those words. That's very easy. It's Baruch Hu and Baruch Shema. We all know those words. So it's not that we don't know how to read it. But I think in most shuls they don't do that. So for practice at this point, I would do it without the light letters, the letters in gray.
And do the dark letters. I mean.
Yeah,
because-
yeah.
Okay. Because those are.
Judi, Shemo, the ending of that, is that name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, see? Look like you learned, Arlene. As blessed is he, Baruch Hu, and Baruch Shema, and blessed be his name. Shame or good. Okay, Cindy, it's up to you.
Okay. Baruch she'amar b'haya ha'alam. Baruch oseh b'reishit. Baruch amar b'oseh. Baruch gozer yam.
Good.
Baruch mirahim al haaretz. Baruch mirahim al havriyot.
Good.
Baruch mishalem
Shalem.
savar tov.
Zachar.
Yes.
We have the problem that the chet and the bet, which is
Right.
it's hard to see. I understand. I'm becoming more aware as my eyes get older. Yeah.
You're using a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Savar tov L'rei of
Yes.
Baruch
Yes.
Pei La'ad V'Kayam L'nei Say
Zach.
Sat Baruch
Yeah.
Pei
Podeh. Do you see the dot?
Podeh, yes, Podeh Ume Sel, and then Baruch Shmo.
Good. Yes, the only thing at the very top after Baruch Shamar V'Olam, the Baruch Hu is in dark letters on the right. They were making it on the left, whatever. It's a little tricky. And as much as I love Shalem, I just really, you have to be careful, but it is dark there. So we just have to get used to it. Yes. Does
Judy,
anybody else
Judy-
want to volunteer? Yes,
Judy, is
Arlene,
it Baruch- is
first
it
you
Baruch-
ask the question, then I got to Bonnie and
Is it
Teresa.
Baruch or Baruch? Because it's an ooh sound there.
It's
Baruch.
an ooh sound, but it's not ooh. It's ooh. Right? You get it? The difference?
So it's Baruch.
Okay. Bonnie, since you're unmuted, you're on first.
Okay. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam Baruch hu Baruch oseh v'reishit Baruch omer ve'oseh Baruch gozer um kayem Baruch Merah Baruch Merachem al haaretz Baruch Merachem al habriyot Baruch Mishalem
Mishalem.
Mishalem
Good.
Har Tov L'rei Av
Good.
Baruch Ha Laad.
Guy. It has the yud, so it makes it
Oh.
the I
I.
sound.
I
A-Y.
okay. I Laad B'kayam La Netzar Sa
Good.
Baruch Hodeh Umatzel
Deal.
Baruch Shemo.
Good. Great. You know the letters, obviously, Bonnie. Sorry. You can't get away. Good. That was great. Thank you. Okay. Teresa.
Okay, Baruch She'amar V'Haya Ha'olam Baruch Hu Baruch Osher V'Reishit Baruch Omer V'Oseh Baruch Gozer Kayim.
Two dots under the yud.
Right, my magnifying glass is not working. It's not.
I realize it's very funny. You don't realize, I guess, the dots the vowels in particular are small. There's no question.
Yay,
Good. Perfect.
Baru, Ma'o, Rahi. Okay.
Wait, start again. After Baruch goes there Kayem. Kayem.
Rahim, Al Haaretz. Baruch, Rahim, El.
All these are all. It would be on. On is all.
My magnifying glasses got to get bigger. Either that or I take my glasses off. All have yoked.
Re-yoked. You see the dot on top of the above?
Re-yoked.
Good.
And Shalem. So Saker.
Same vowel under both letters.
Saker.
Sahar. The same vowel under both letters. Sahar.
Sahar. Tov. Ere.
Good.
Baruch. Kai. Odd. La'ad, Vaka, Yam,
Good.
Okay, Lana, Za, Zaha,
The
Well-
last word is Vakayam La Netzach.
oh,
The
Lana,
that's the only time that the vowel is before the consonant is when it's ach.
okay.
The
Le-
last letter. When it's the last letter, it's read ach, not cha.
Okay,
That's the only time.
Lana, Sa,
Perfect. Exactly.
Ho, Re,
Death. And that's another one like the chaf and the and the bet, the resh and the dalid. But if you look at the resh and baruch and look at the dalid in podeh, you can see the difference. Okay, it's the little line that comes out, which is exactly the same story with the bet. It has the line that comes out at the top.
so it's Ho, De, Is it podeh?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Ho,
Yep.
De, Ru, okay, this one is, Ru,
Sadi.
that's a Vav.
U ma seal. It's a sadi.
Okay, Uma. No, I just got the first letter. I didn't know if it was a Vav or a or Uma.
It is, yes, when there's no vowel underneath it, it's not, you don't get the consonant sound, you only get the vowel sound.
Okay, so it's Uma. Okay, Uma Zio. Baruch Shemo.
Perfect. Good, 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 good. Yes,
That was tough.
it's okay. Okay, does anybody else want to read? Judy, Carlin. But today yeah, Judy Frank is up there still. I was gonna say there's only one Judy. We have 3 Judys here. Judy Carlin.
Okay. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch hu. Baruch oseh bereshit, Baruch omer v'oseh, Baruch gozer u'makayim, Baruch merachim al ha'aretz.
It's hard to hear you, Judy. A little louder
Oh,
or a
sorry.
little closer to your microphone. I
Yeah,
can't. I
yeah, I'm not
got
talking.
lost.
Okay, you're
You
right.
know, it's hard when you're in sunny Florida.
It's okay. Okay, tell me if you still can hear me. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch
Perfect.
hu. Baruch oseh bereshit, Baruch omer v'oseh, Baruch gozer u'makayim, Baruch merachim al ha'aretz, Baruch merachim al habriot, Baruch Meshalem Shachar Tov L'Re'ah.
Yes.
Baruch Ha La'ad V'Kayam L'Netzach. Baruch Hoder U'Matzil Baruch Shemo.
Perfect. Well, at least the time in Florida hasn't sapped your Hebrew cells.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Thank you. Terrific. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. All right. So this is chanted. It's not really, there's not really a big tune. It's the regular chanting. I think if I can get it. Baruch Shamar V'Haya Olam Baruch Hu Baruch Oseh Bereshit Baruch Omer V'Oseh Baruch Gozer Kayim Baruch Merchem Al Haaretz Baruch Merchem Al Habriot Baruch Meshalem Zachar Tov L'Re'av Baruch Chai La'ad V'Kayam L'Netzach Baruch Padel Matzio Baruch Shemo. It's just a regular tune of nothing fancy. We'll work on that another time. I don't want to do that right now. I would like to do the next paragraph to see, that's the part I wanted to see whether we do it out loud. I don't know whether, I would suggest, Arlene, if they want you to do this prayer, that you ask for a recording. So you know how exactly they want it, whether they want the second paragraph out loud or silently or whatever. So I would ask, and I would ask them for that anyway, for anytime, if any of you are asked to do, obviously a Torah reading for sure, but even something else that you're not totally comfortable with. In this day and age, it's pretty easy to make recordings on your phone and whatever, and ask for a recording so you can practice it. And you know what they want, especially if it's not your regular shul, of course, then you don't know necessarily what they do. So I would ask for that, Arlene. Okay. But we're going to practice the
Thank
Hebrew
you,
reading
thank
next paragraph. Arlene, you have a question?
Just ask for them to do a recording of what they would like
What
us.
they want you to do. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The next paragraph we're going to do. Anyway, I might be silently in some shuls, it might be out loud, but it doesn't hurt. It's a Hebrew reading, and that's what we're here for. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ha'el ha'av harachaman hamehulal b'fi amo meshubach umfoar bilshon chasidav avadav uvshire I'm trying to figure out shirei David avdecha nehalalecha Adonai Eloheinu Bishvachot uvizmirot negadelecha unshabechacha unefarecha unaskir shimcha v'namlicha v'lamlichecha malchut Eloheinu Yachid Chei ha'olamim melech meshubach umfoar adei ad shemo hagadol Baruch atah Adonai melech mehulal batish bachot. Okay. I'm going to ask for volunteers. You can read part or all, since that's a long story here. However you feel comfortable. But I need a volunteer. Gloria, you have to be careful since you're not muted. I'm calling on you. But I have confidence.
It's so quiet here. I'm all alone.
Sometimes that's lovely.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ha'el ha'av harachaman hamehulal b'fi amo meshubach umefoar bilshon chasidav va'avadav ushvirei David Avdecha Nehalelecha Adonai Eloheinu Bishvachot Uvizmirot Negadelecha Shabechacha Unafaerecha V'nazkir Shimcha V'namlichecha Malkeinu Eloheinu Yachid Chai Ha'olamim
Just so you're so perfect. I don't want you to. Good.
Yachid Chai Ha'olamim Melech Meshubach Umefoar Adei Ad Shemo Hagadol Baruch Atah Adonai Melech Mehulal Batish Bachot.
Perfect. Lovely. Yes, Arlene, you have a question? Oh, she just muted.
No,
Okay.
that was fantastic.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna appoint Gloria as our teacher.
No,
Thank
you
you.
were good.
Beautiful.
You were good too. You were good too.
Well,
You-
the thing is, to give Gloria credit. First of all, Gloria, you are reading beautifully, first of all. But second of all, she is working with her grandchildren and practicing with them and reading with them. And that's the whole secret. Once you know the alphabet and you know the vowels, that's the only thing that will really make you fluent, is doing it. So anyway, but thank you, Gloria. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'll
But I
try.
don't want anybody to be intimidated. See, I'm afraid to call you first because you read so well. But Thank
I'll-
you. Yes, Arlene.
I'll try it, all right?
Good.
Is that? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ha'el ha'av ha'rachaman hamhula b'ti amo mishubah.
Yep.
Foar bil shown.
Yeah.
Hasidav rav
No, same
ba-
problem with the Dalit. But Ava Dav.
dav vadav
Perfect.
uv shil ray David of decha
Good.
nechalecha Adonai Eloheinu bish vahot uvzi mi wrote
Good.
nigadech delcha
Yep.
un shabechacha
Perfect.
un fa'ercha una
No, look,
Good. Vinaz here
Yep.
Shimcha Vinamli li chacha mal he malhenu Elohenu Yahid He Ha-Olamim Melech Mishubah Foar Ade Ad Shemo Hagadol Baruch Atah Adonai Melech Nehula Lal Bit Atish Bahot. I was laughing.
Perfect.
I was laughing because by then they would probably be done with the whole bat mitzvah service.
Oh, no, no.
I'm thinking, oh my God,
No,
you're gonna read the
no.
whole bat
Do you
mitzvah
know?
service by the time I do one
No.
prayer.
No. First of all, no. You read so well. For anybody that hasn't been with us, I've been with Arlene for a while, for a few semesters already. And you are not sounding out each letter. You're sounding out some words. It is hugely different. And many of them you just look and you can read them. That is hugely different.
That's Judy. That's you. That's you.
And the words, that you read fluently. So it's just getting more of the words that you to know. And there's no reason you read very from what I've seen from Bonnie and Teresa, and I've only seen a little bit, you are all reading very well, and certainly appropriate for this class and appropriate to be finished, because you really are all terrific, honestly. And I don't say that for nothing.
Oh, we're
I
not
wouldn't-
finished, Judy, we're not finished. We're not-
Well, it's
Don't
very
consider
funny because I don't know if it's because there's going to be a new president in the fall, or they just realized that the women really love the Hebrew classes. But originally they were going to stop before this semester, before this term, because they said they had too much stuff to do with convention. And because you guys stood up and said you didn't want to do that, we continued, and I think they are going to be continuing. Women's League
Oh,
will be
great,
continuing
great,
even in the
great.
fall. I got that feeling from Julia, who's going to be our new president.
Great.
Okay. Anybody else would like to practice reading? Okay, Judy Frank. I don't think we've heard from you yet.
I'm being shy today. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ha'el ha'av ha'rachaman hamholal b'fi ha'amo b'shib b'shabach
Shoe. It's a 3 dots
Shoe.
on an angle.
shu b'shubach fo'ar belishon
No, look at it again.
beli
No, not believe. Look at the dots where the vowels are.
oh
Feel. It's under the bet. Feel, not believe. Feel.
oh I'm
Okay.
feel
You see?
feel
Feel is shown.
alone. Hasidin
No, look again. You know it's not that. If you look at the word, you know it's not that.
Hasidav
Perfect. I knew that. I knew you knew it.
Vahav
Same ending as the one word before.
Vahadav
Abadav.
of
See, it says the dav ending.
Vahadav the Uvshirei David Avdecha
Good.
Nahalel Nahalka Baho
No. Now after the
but-
halalaka,
Yo
no vowels. What word is it when it's no vowels? Adonai.
oh, I'm sorry. Adonai Eloheinu B'shi Vachot
Good.
Uviz Mirot
Good.
Nigal Zalcha Unshabaka
No, look at the vowels again. You
Unsh-
read well enough. I want you to read really correctly. Un shabechacha.
Be was it Becha
Ha ha. That's the tricky part. When I read it, if you ever listen to this, you'll know I read it a little incorrectly first. It's ha ha.
Unva ar Ercha Kir Shimcha Licha Melchenu Eloheinu Yahid Che Olamim Melech Shibach
Good.
Shibach
Mushubach. You were right the first time.
oh Foar
Good.
Ade Ad Shemo Hagadol Baruch Atah Adonai Melech Maho
3 dots again at the angle. Who?
Mahulal Batish Bachot.
Good. Perfect. Great. Okay.
You know, when those certain vowels don't come up that often, I forget.
I understand.
You saw
And
that.
some of
You
it is a
saw
little
that.
bit tongue tying, the ha ha, whatever. It's a little, we don't come into
Right.
that too often. You
Right.
do see the ha ending a lot, obviously, because that's you. But the ha makes it a little tricky. Okay, do I have another volunteer?
Judy, what's the hot endings with the oat? Is that a certain person too? Hoth?
Yes.
It-
Third person, masculine, singular.
Okay,
Yeah, we see amo It's his people. If that's what, like, that's the O ending when you ask about the O. The new, just for whatever ending, is first person plural. You hear that a lot. And the cha is you, second person singular. So you see that a lot also, because especially because we're talking about God a lot. So it's you is the cha ending, talking about God. Okay, for those people that did the Birkat Hamazon, one of these words should have seemed familiar. I don't know if you did the whole thing because I wasn't there. That you don't hear a lot, but you hear it a lot in Birkat Hamazon. Does anybody have an idea which word I'm referring to? And I'll give you a hint. It's towards the end. Harachaman is the word I was looking for. You don't really hear that very often, but when the response is towards the end of the Birkat Hamazon, you have a lot of harachamans. Okay. Okay. Zmirot. Anybody know what zmirot are? Just these are words that we might be familiar with and would be fun to know. A zemer or zmirot. You do it on Shabbos. I'll give you a hint. Yes, Gloria. Yes, I
Song.
can see you said it. Songs, good, thank you. On Shabbos, you're
Songs,
supposed
yeah.
to do Zmirot. Thank you, it's them, or Zmirot or songs, okay? And we talked about before. I think it was the songs of David or the Psalms of David. In Hebrew, I've been studying with somebody. I've been studying Psalms, and they use the same word for sometimes for songs and psalm and poetry, song and poem. So the same idea. Okay.
What did
Do
you
I
say?
have it?
What did Rahamim, man means?
Harachaman. You know what? I'm not really sure exactly what it means. I'm gonna say it is. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know the exact meaning. I just know that it's there all the time, and I don't know the exact meaning. And I'm gonna look it up for next week. It's gonna be my assignment. Okay. I know what rechem means. So that's uterus. It's we talk about the compassionate one, and when we talk about it in on the high holidays, we talk about Rahaman. So that's what I think it is. I think it has to do with compassion, but I'll find out exactly before next week. Okay. And we're going eventually, actually shortly, we'll see when we're gonna do the Haggadah. If everybody here would like to do that, since spring is coming. For sure, at least after Purim. And so we will, learn some other words and have some other ideas. And I don't know what made me think. Oh, I know what made me think of that. Avdecha. We Avadim Hayinu. We were slaves in Egypt. It's the same word to be servants of God as to be slaves. So we're God servants in here where it says Avdecha rather than Avadim to Pharaoh and Egypt. Okay. It's the same word servant and slave in Hebrew. That's what made me think of it. That's all. Okay. Do I have another volunteer since we're getting towards the end? I'm not going to start anything new at this point. Yes, Cindy.
I'll try.
Good.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Ha'al,
Ha'el.
ha'el, ha'av, ha'rahaman,
Good.
Hamhulal, the fee, amo.
Good.
Meshuvach, ar, Milshon, wait, beat no, don't.
Yeah.
Bilshon,
Perfect.
Hasi, Dove,
Great.
Ba'adan, Dove, She, Ray, David, Avdecha, Nihal. No, I have a question about this. I thought when the
Yes.
two letters the same or together and you had a schwa underneath the second letter, that you said that, but those are small dots, so you wouldn't
Yeah,
pronounce.
that's correct.
You don't pronounce it.
Your second one is right.
Okay, okay,
Nehalelcha.
okay.
You're, yeah. But just one
Nehalel.
1 second, since the two people haven't been in the class before, I don't know if you noticed or not. I don't know which book you're using. If you're using Lev Shalem, are either of you using Lev Shalem? No, okay, so it's irrelevant. The Shva, the question that we've had, and I presume that you've had the same question in your Hebrew classes, is the Shva, the two dots, one underneath each other. Sometimes it's pronounced and sometimes it's not pronounced. And that's a tricky thing. We know that it's always pronounced at the beginning of a word and it's never pronounced at the end of a word. But when it's in the word, that's a little tricky. And the reason I asked about the Lev Shalem, and the Lev Shalem, it makes it's a distinction. It's bold when it's pronounced and it's smaller when it's not pronounced. We in this class try to do it correctly, but we don't make ourselves crazy about it. So that's just the deal with the Shva. Okay.
Okay. Adonai Eloheinu. Bishvatot.
Good.
Uhiz me wrote.
Perfect.
Bigadal, wait, I'm not gonna pronounce it. Bigadalcha.
Good.
Usha Behaha. Un Ba wait, let me start again. Un Fa Erha.
Good. Perfect.
Benaz Heed here. Benaz here. Shimcha.
Good.
Benam Li, and so we're going to pronounce that Li Kicha.
Kecha.
Mo Kenu Eloheinu. I don't. Yahid. Yahid. Hey. Lamim. Melech. Meshubach. Boar. Adai. Ad. Shemo. Hagadol, Baruch Atah Adonai Melech Mihulal Batish Batot.
Bachot. Perfect.
Bachot.
Great. That was great, Cindy.
Mhm. About
Great.
Arlene, you were
The
worried.
doll is large or big, just it's an easy word that we should know. It was right, Arlene? We've been together,
I
Arlene and Sydney
couldn't
and
hear
I.
you. What did you say, Judy? I missed it.
That doll is big or large. Just it's a common word in Hebrew, so just
Right,
it's
right.
nice to know. You hear it a lot.
That was terrific, Cindy. It was great. Yeah.
You know, of
I love
course, everybody would be at the Kiddush by now, but it's okay.
Oh, that's right. I had us at the end of the whole service, the Kiddush. Yeah, for me.
I have
Well,
a question. Is
we're
this a
having-
more- Go ahead.
Yes, Cindy.
Is this a more solemn prayer? Because it just seems like the service starts out more solemn, is the impression, or maybe it's the person who always reads it at our
I
service.
think it's the person that reads it. I don't think it's really solemn. I think it's very positive. Because in the beginning, I mean, it's that whole idea is it's verses of song or poetry. So it's supposed to be something pretty. It's affirming God. If you look at the English, it's there's a lot of blessings in the beginning. We first start out, if you're at the very beginning of services, there's a whole list of blessings that we give, and this is also in the same line of a lot of blessings. And talking about God and everything that we've gotten from God, and not just we, but as it talks about briot, those are creatures or animals. everybody, not just people. So, and it's not peppy, I guess. It's, as I said, it's a regular, Shabbos Nusach. It's not a peppy thing. So in that way it is solemn, but I don't think of it as solemn. It's actually part of the preparation of getting ready to do the core of the service.
The chanting part seems really solemn though. Again,
I
it
think
might-
that's partly whoever is leading, to be
I
honest.
think it is. I mean, and also, I know with the kids, when they did their B'nai Mitzvahs, this prayer is usually not said by the kids. Or the,
Yeah.
or the B'nai Mitzvah child.
Interesting. Yeah, I mentioned we were in Philadelphia last week, and the cantor there, they love him, and he is really into Chazanut. So his davening and his prayers are very different from what I'm used to it where I am now. So it's just different styles.
Judy, is this the first prayer on Shabbat? Because my rabbi starts with putting on his tallis and then
That's
does the prayer
Correct. This is
first.
not the first prayer. This is the first part of the Sukkah de Zimra. We do. This is not the first prayer. We start out with all the brachot. I think we did it one time, but whatever. It's like that you were supposed to do at home. It starts out with a list of brachot, and I'm here right now, and it says. First, you put on your talit, because before you start service, you put on your talit, okay? Then the next thing you do, the blessings for the new day, they call it in Lev Shalem. You thank God for making us in the divine, to distinguish between day and night, and the divine image makes me free, makes me a Jew, gives sight to the blind. Those were things that people said when they first got up in the morning. Like, makes me free when you stretch, when you get up. Day and night is obviously first of all, you open your eyes and you stay. Then you stretch. You put on the clothing and say. So all of those were prayers that used to be said at home, but what happened? They weren't saying them at home. So they put them into the service. And then, so you have those brachot to start with. You have another little bit. Then you have a penitential prayer, and with it is silent, and sometimes you can leave that out. In our synagogue in particular, when COVID was really strong, we left out some of these things to make it a shorter service. Then you have the brachot before studying Torah, and you have a whole list of different brachot, and then there's not brachot actually, it's different studying pieces, okay? But we have some from the Torah, some from the Mishnah, some from the Talmud, how they describe it in Lev Shalem. There are different ones, and you get to choose which one you pick, and then it ends. Then it ends with a Kaddish de Rabbanan, which is on our list actually, and that's one of the many Kaddishes that there are. It's called the Rabbi's Kaddish or Scholar's Kaddish. It's the longest one, and then after that. After the Kaddish Rabbanan, we get into the Psalm for Shabbat and do some other things. Okay, so it's not Kila. We have the Kila Elon Chasto prayer on Pesach. You don't do that now, and there's special Psalms for Rosh Chodesh. So there are other things to get ready for the main service. But this is pretty close to the beginning, Arlene, but it's not the beginning of the service.
Okay,
If you show it, so it's pretty close to the beginning, but not
Yeah.
the beginning.
thank
It
you.
may have been the beginning at one point before they added all those other things in.
Okay.
But it is not now at this time. Okay, it is now 11:02. I will end. Thank you. Welcome, Bonnie. Welcome, Teresa.
Yeah.
I hope you liked us. We are all
Yeah.
lovely people, and just know that it is a safe place and we care about each other, and I hope to see you back, but I will send another message out. We will not be meeting next Friday because
Have a wonderful time.
thank you. We're going to be on a cruise, first cruise ever, with both of my sons and their families. So this will be a challenge. It will be wonderful. We will all get to spend time together. But not only do I not know where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing, there's no Wi-Fi on the boat unless you're willing to pay for it. And I'm not sure I'm willing to pay for it. So anyway, so I will miss you for a week, but please now you get an extra time to go to shul and practice and or practice at home. You can listen to this recording, you can listen to other recordings if that helps you. And thank you all for a wonderful hour. Yes,
Judy, for
Arnie?
Nice to meet everybody.
doing prayer. Oh,
Judy, have a great time.
Bonnie, nice
I'll
to
be gone the following 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks. Who gave
Yeah,
you
we-
permission for 2? So where are you going?
We're going on our 50th anniversary cruise a year later.
Oh,
Mm,
nice, nice.
Nice.
Where are you going to?
On the west coast of California.
how
Oh,
nice.
interesting. I know anybody that did that. Fun. I look forward to hearing about it. And that's a good thing. That's a good excuse. I can give you permission. Have a
Thank
great
you.
time.
Have a great
Anyway,
time.
I'm wishing everybody a Shabbat Shalom and
Shabbat
thank you.
Shabbat
Shalom.
shalom. Thank
Safe
you.
travels. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Thank
See you in 2
Good to see
weeks.
Bruce and Bonnie too. Yay.